Alright, welcome back guys. We're going to be tackling this alternator wiring. Super simple really. This main big wire is what charges the battery. So that's going to run to the battery, and I got a inline fuse for it. Since that's so close on the battery side, I didn't see a point in running it all the way over there. So I'm just going to run that big wire from the alternator. I'll have a little fuse pipe back here, and then it's going to run straight to the battery. And then the only other two plugs we need to worry about, or wires, is the two that plug into the actual alternator. And all we have is the dash wire, so that goes into the cluster to the bulb for the the battery light, and we're going to hook it to this yellow with a blue wire. So that wire actually runs over to a fuse here and then to the cluster. So that one will be easy. And the other wire is this brown. It's brown with a red, and that goes into through this connection here and to pin 38 of the big connector on the ECU. So that I'm going to do away with this connector and just do a solder joint there. So pretty easy. I'm going to pull this apart here, get the shielding off, get this cable run up to the battery, and I haven't got that fuse yet, so I gotta wait for that till I can actually get that hooked up. And then it's just as simple as hooking that wire up and hooking that wire to the ECU. So let's get at it. Alright, back on this alternator wiring. So there's the plug-in. I cut the 4-pin connection off, and I just soldered this wire back on. So this is the one that runs over to the ECU, pin 38. And I'll probably just do a solder joint here as well, but I'm going to make sure everything reaches first. So I'm going to heat shrink this one, and then this wire is just going to be a single. I'm actually going to do a connection. I got some connectors on the way, so I'm going to do a connector there to the Toyota alternator wire. So I got one of these. I got that soldered in, and that blue wire, like I said, runs into the yellow wire from this plug. So, and the rest of that's not needed as far as I know. So I'm going to get this other end soldered in there, and we should be good to go for that wire. Alright, we got this tapped in, connection on. So yeah, I just wanted to keep this separate from, or disconnectable from the Toyota harness. So if I ever need to pull that Volkswagen harness out, I don't have to cut anything. So there's that, and then like I said, this one just got to run it over to the ECU. Alright, we got the alternator all finished up. So there's that big fuse I was telling you about, and it's a 150 amp fuse, runs straight to the battery. And then yeah, just these other two wires. So it actually did confirm that battery light is working on the dash here. Turn the key on, we get the battery light. So that is the wire going from, that's the exciter wire to the bulb, and then the other wire I just have, obviously I gotta redo this, but just have the wire plugged into this connector here for the ECU connection. So yeah, that wraps up the alternator wiring.